Hello there my fellow sim racers, and welcome to today's video where we're going to be jumping into Automobilista 2 and checking out an amazing mod of the Audi V8 4-wheel drive DTM tin top. Oh, this is going to be amazing. Hello there my fellow tin toppers, welcome to AMS2 as we check out some classic tin top content. Now I know what you're all probably thinking, is this the new version 1.6 of AMS2 that Reza have been cooking away in their development studios for what seems like an eternity? Well, sadly no. I have been waiting to get my hands on that Audi DTM car that they have been teasing right from the beginning. But unfortunately, that new build, the new update and all the new content associated with it just isn't quite ready for prime time. So I have turned to the modding community to get my Audi tin top fix. And guess what? They have come up trumps once again. The fabulous modding community never cease to amaze with the depth and breadth of content that they managed to release for us sim racers to enjoy. First of all, the circuit, that is part of AMS2 original content lineup, and this is of course the classic Hockenheim ring, and this is the 1988 version. This is something I love about AMS2, is that they take the time to put together classic versions of some of the most popular circuits that we know and love from watching motorsport in 2024. And it's like having a whole new circuit. They can be so radically different. Ah, and I've braked way too early. Whoa! So, what have I done? What have I found? Well, using the brilliant Content Manager app that makes it so easy to drop mods into AMS2, I made a video all about it, and you can find a link to that in the video description. I then popped over to Fred, or Thunderflash as he's also known, over to his blog, because that is just the holy grail of modded content for AMS2. There will be a link to his blog in the video description. And I found this Group A German touring car pack. We've got 3 of the most iconic tin tops from the late 80s, early 90s. Starting off with the car that I've most wanted to check out in AMS2. This, the mighty 4-wheel drive V8 Audi DTM. But we also get the beautiful, the wonderful Ford Sierra RS 500, which is a staple of BTCC cars in the late 80s. And then we've got the world-beating, the world-dominating Nissan Skyline GTR. Could you ask for a better tin top lineup? I can't think of one. Now the other two, woohoo, a rear-wheel drive, but the Sierra being so powerful. Down the straights it just goes for it, but of course all that power is really hard to get down out of the corners, so that's where it loses out to this mighty 4-wheel drive V8. Ooh, a little bit of a nerf there from the AI. Oh, through the chicane. But I just wanted to remind myself just how enjoyable version 1.5 of AMS2 is, and what a step forward that was from where the sim was when it was first released using the Madness engine. They have unlocked so much potential, and I can't wait to see what version 1.6 does for the sim racing titles we get towards the end of 2024. Now we've had 2 development blogs Apparently there's a third development blog coming about version 1.6 before it whoa, no, too late. Locked up. Can I save it? Drifting. This is why you should never talk and drive. Right, ignore that, we'll edit it out. So, what was I saying? There's been two development blocks, the third one's yet to come. I will put a link to the first two development blogs so you can find out just how massive version 1.6 is going to be. But there's rumours now that it may not be until the end of the year. Yeah, if it is, it is. Visa Studios need to take the time to fully cook it, fully finish it, fully implement it. I'd rather have that than have 101 hot fixes afterwards. So, here we are. We have found some new tin tops to play with, including this absolutely epic V8 four-wheel drive Audi DTM. And man, what a handful this thing is. The power, the lack of downforce, it's the sheer weight of it means that when you start trying to throw it around, you feel the thing, it just moves around underneath you all the time. And it's just such a beautifully put together mod. And it works so well with version 1.5. You know, because these cars aren't pinpoint accurate, they didn't use a particularly sophisticated tyre in the real life series they ran in, that it really suits the current tyre model, the current physics and handling model that AMS2 has. And it almost feels like this, the classic content just works really well in Automobilista 2 compared with some of the more sharper, you know, modern day F1 or GT3 inspired content can feel, which is what I think 1.6 is really going to help address. It's going to bring a level of accuracy and detail to the tyre model to really help the cars that require that kind of input and output. But in the meantime, don't leave AMS2 on the shelf to gather dust like I have done for the last few weeks, as I keep thinking, oh, it might come, new build this week, new build this week. Get back in there, get enjoying some of the classic cars and circuits that AMS2's got to offer, because it's still an amazing, look how good it looks, such a fantastic looking title. The Madness engine is actually, even though it is how many years old, is one of the more modern sim racing engines out there. If you take away Unreal, you think of all the sims that you like, your popular sims, the top sims in your collection. How many of them are probably a decade old? And if you're a VR user, this is just a no-brainer. It runs smoothly, it looks fantastic. If you've got VR, pick a circuit and race at sunset. The blur, the glare, the sun rays, it's truly awesome. Oh, traction out the corner, four-wheel drive compared with two-wheel drive. And I wasted it all with a poor gear change. But of course, because these are classic tin tops from the old school, we've got no ABS, we've got no traction control, and we've got an absolutely fantastic H pattern box to play with. And this is where my little cheap and cheerful 3D printed SHH shifter from a team of sim race enthusiasts over in Spain build and sell for the sim racing community. I'll have a link to their website in the description if you want to check it out. It cost me about €100, God knows how many years ago. Yeah, it's not the best in sequential mode, but as a H pattern shifter, it's rock solid. And it is, I don't know, it's just amazingly good value. And I can't see myself really replacing it anytime soon. The only thing I did do is I put a carbon fibre Momo knockoff gear knob on it, just add a little bit of weight, and that's really helped balance it out. But we're on the last lap. Now, if you want to check out this tin top mod, remember, use the links in the description to Fred's blog and his download page. It's all free, although you can tip him a little nod in the way of a donation, just for his hard work and efforts for the sim racing community. God, it takes a lot to slow this thing down. But I tell you what, if this car, by, you know, in version 1.5 is this good, can you imagine what the officially released version with the 1.6 tyre model over the curb, no, it's going to be like? It's going to be jaw-dropping, it's going to be fantastic, it's going to be amazing. So don't do what I have done and brake too late for this corner for a second time. No. And forget to jump into AMS2 while we all wait for build 1.6. It's obviously gonna be something special. We're gonna have new tracks. We're gonna have a new UI. You know, and we're going to have a brand new tyre model, physics, suspension model, everything. But it's going to take time to get it right. So let's give them the time. We've still got AMS2. It's still a fantastic look and feeling and sounding sim racing title that we should all be enjoying more. And with the modding community as active and as productive as ever, we've got mods and cars like this. Oh, fantastic. Some of the best 5 laps of your life. Look, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget all the links to how to add the mods, where to get the mods, will all be in the video description. If you found this video, I would say useful, but I might be stretching it a little bit. Let's say entertaining. Consider giving me a like. Consider giving me a sub. As we find out what 1.6 is going to be all about and what the official DTM that Reza have taken all this time to put together is going to be like. In the meantime, thank you again for watching, and happy sim racing. I'll see you out on track. Bye bye. Oh yes.